Last week, we started developing our characters based on animals you might find in or around a New York City apartment.
So my character is based off of a hairless cat. So I decided that my character would be from Quebec, Canada, and is an event planner that is located and based in New York City.
The parakeet is loud and curious, but can be a bit repetitive and dramatic. She may ask a lot of questions, but that means she is also full of answers.
The box turtle is wealthy, a homebody, an up-and-comer at his advertising agency, and desperately afraid of being left behind. He is blissfully unaware of the struggles of people around him, which allows him to be constantly at ease.
Though seemingly bumbling and ditzy, the goldfish actually has a razor-sharp mind and eyes and ears that pick up on everything. He loves to be in on the latest drama.
The squirrel is scrappy and resourceful, but she's also very secretive and often suspicious of others. She's also very independent.
Our activity this week was to create the setting of where our story takes place. We each used our imagination to draw how we saw the apartment and explore how our characters live in the space.
But before we could complete the individual activity, we needed to come together as a team to decide on exactly what this space needed in order for us to be able to tell the story that we've started to talk about. So we decided that our setting needed at least sleeping space for 5 people, 1 kitchen, 1 general living area, and some outdoor space that everyone could access.
So I won't editorialize too much, but yeah, I just have the kind of a compact common living area. And I figured that's where the goldfish likes to congregate, because that's where he can kind of see everything. For some reason, I just like the idea of having Mariah right off the living room space too, because that also makes sense that at any moment she can pop out and say her funny things. And then I actually pictured your room, Seth, as like a disaster of a mess. For some reason, I thought Ed has like a kind of mystery around his room, the turtle, as in none of us have ever really been in there, and he keeps it locked.
So
There.
I drew this. I drew my room, but I also sketched out a floor plan. This is what it looks like. Sticky notes all on the wall, project A, B, C, D, and like sticky notes underneath for each project, and also random ones over here. A very compact desk, a mattress on the floor, and I imagine it as if we're looking in from the fire escape, but that is something we can get into more later.
I imagine that the squirrel doesn't like to spend a lot of time in the apartment as much as she can. She's sort of a person that likes to be out and about, so she enjoys going to the thrift store. She likes to be the first person to get ready in the morning, so she gets up at like 6 a.m., and she avoids anywhere the hairless cat is. Something that really bugs her is that she likes to practice her guitar, and she doesn't use her amp. She has like an electric guitar, but she doesn't use her amp, but her roommate's like still complaining that it's not that loud, or in her head it's not that loud. So she thinks that they're just doing it to be annoying. And her favorite snack is peanuts, and she keeps them in a special secret spot in the kitchen.
I have the cutest bunk bed in Walker and I's room because I feel like the more contained parakeet and goldfish. We're very gossipy because we see things from usually one point of view. Pop in and around the kitchen and living room space, which has the jar of cookies and Netflix, which I think is the communal space. There may be conflict over food, as we saw in our FlipGrid. We have the small and only bathroom, which of course adds on to the conflict of the story. Ed's master bedroom. There's a chandelier. We don't really know what's going on in there, but it's a little posh. Nina's room has the clothes pile, as the squirrel likes to collect and thrift. Seth's room, the minimalist cat, has the volume up button.
So going from like the entry hallway down here, you can walk through by like the porchy area, the front door area. Could also be like an outdoor like balcony thing. This is like a walk up or something. And as you come in, the first room is I gave to the parakeet and the goldfish. I thought this bed could be for the goldfish so they can see everyone that comes in, and the parakeet could be back here so she can ask the goldfish who came in. And then a door to the squirrel's room, who I thought would like to be close to the living area because I think the squirrel might run out of space in their room sometimes and need like this corner or the couch to set down bags and things like that. I put the hairless cat here in this one. Then down the hall is the master bedroom, which is also unavailable. I gave myself my own entertainment center, a desk, a bed, and a dresser.
I think there was like a lot of similarities with our shared living spaces with like the kitchen and the living room.
I also got a few things about like room placement. Like it was mentioned that like, so the goldfish would mostly congregate into the living room, but would rather be close to the action. So the goldfish might try to like claim a room that's closer to like busy areas of the apartment. I thought was something. I also thought there was kind of a shared mystique around the turtles' room. That maybe nobody allowed in there.
I feel like we all drew the cat's room as the smallest room. Like in many of our drawings, it was this little thing kind of off to the side. And there was also a certain mystique and don't come too close. Like I really liked in yours, Ed, how the goldfish and the parakeet had kind of a dynamic going between them where the goldfish was the observer and the parakeet couldn't see but would rely on the goldfish to report back.
I was curious if other people had thoughts about like an outside space or what the entryway looked like.
I kind of love the idea of the fire escape.
Me too.
As a place that like everyone is able to access except for the turtle. The parakeet would just like to be on the fire escape. And like the goldfish might like to look out the window. And the hairless cat would like to smoke a cigarette. But like the turtle, I feel like loves to be in its room.
I'm imagining how Google has like that satellite view. It's like, imagine like the street along that fire escape, or maybe it's like there's windows. Specific characters can see the street, specific ones can't.
What's the thing you said for the squirrel? What does the squirrel do?
Exits and enters through their window.
Oh, yeah!
What if with the squirrel? She comes and goes out of this apartment and she likes to go thrifting. So she's always got like big bags full of stuff. So she's always like dropping like clothing, like.
What if there's something on the fire escape that like falls on the landlady's head or something, like a plant or something?
And they all use it all the time. And maybe whoever stays that doesn't use the fire escape gets a call from the landlady, like about repeated complaints. And they go out to check it out. And for the first time that they're on the fire escape, they see like a plant or something and they try to like adjust it. And then the very first time they go out, the plant drops and hits the landlady. And they now come back and they feel bad, but they're going to blame everyone else.
No, I agree, Ed. And I feel like from a meta, like teacher hat, like this for me was helpful as an activity for thinking about how exploring setting also entails the development of story and relationship and character. And I kind of feel like that was the fact that we did that today made today like very successful. Oh.
Now it's your turn.
Think of a place that you know really well. This could be a street in your town, a neighborhood, a park, a basketball court, someplace like that. Now, sketch out a quick map of this place from your perspective, just like we did with our characters earlier on in the episode.
Now take a look at your map and imagine that you have the power to change anything that you want about this location. What would you add? What would you take away? How would you change it? Don't forget to make those changes to your map.
Feel free to add whatever you want. A Ferris wheel, rocket ship parking lot, ice cream fountain, The sky is the limit in your world.
We can't wait to see what you come up with.